So it's come to my attention that there's been a very high increase in modders in VR games recently. Now, I don't want to beat around the bush here. It's bad. It's very bad. And what's even worse is that I had to dub over this entire video basically with custom audio because my mic didn't record the first take. So, I'm very disappointed about that too. But I do want to get into the nitty and gritty of why modders are such a problem on VR games. And it's not just this game, but this is one of the bigger games that have one of the biggest modding problems ever. And in all honesty, I feel like showing you how cataclysmic it really is would really drive the point home on how just truly crazy and unhinged all these modders are. And well, we're gonna be putting our spoon deep into the pudding here. We're gonna be digging real deep into the dirt on how bad modders can be in VR games. As you can see here, I'm running my legs as fast as my little legs can go, as I'm going to the computer right now to join a random code. Now, pay very close attention, as you'll see that I'm in a private server right before I click the random join button. Now, this isn't a coincidence or anything. This is what it's normally like on this game.
So I'm gonna teleport everybody in safe zone.
Now, your eyes do not deceive you. That man is in fact almost as big as the moon, and also just as white as it too. Now, it doesn't make sense to me how somebody can openly just become some sort of cosmic body, but this isn't a joke or anything. This is what he is doing. Now, this isn't the worst example of this I've seen, and you're gonna see that in a few seconds.
Move for a little bit.
Now, as you can see here, he is just picking me up and dragging me through the spatial plane, and I'm not saying that he's doing it to be mean. I did ask him to move me somewhere so we could talk privately. I do want to point out, this did hurt my bones a lot, and I am gonna have to see a psychiatrist after this. But other than that, he was very cooperative, and he was very open to explaining why he mods and does what he does. And here's his reasoning.
So what I think about modding, how it's fun, is because there's a lot of like Steam modders ever since Anno Company released on Steam. So that kind of makes me want to be a part of it.
No, I'd like to point out something really important. He said he wants to be a part of it. Now, I don't know what it is exactly, but whatever he wants to be a part of, I do get the aspect of what he's talking about. You see the cool kid sitting at the cool kid lunch table and you want to be a part of that. I get that. I get that a lot. I'm not clueless. I know why good people do bad things. I just want to point out how big of a problem it is for a game of this size, and how truly easy it is to ruin people's whole experience playing this game if you're not as nice as this guy.
Yes, there is. If you go to settings and last page it says respawn. Boom, still be controlled when I'm in menu.
Now, as you can see here, another big problem is that we get moved. And by getting moved, I mean we get moved away from the person, or we get moved to somewhere we don't want to be. Before this, I was just chilling with my friend in space. We were eating moon rocks, eating cheese, doing the usual stuff people do when they're doing a normal thing. All that normal stuff. And then we suddenly got transported into this weird person ring. Now, I don't know why, but they're able to do this very easily, and I just don't like it. It's one of the few things I find really annoying about modders. Like, I do tolerate modders in lobbies, like my Oculus is pretty strong, I'm able to withstand a crash grenade or whatever, but this is annoying. When I'm doing something really important in game, like beating the shadow boss or unlocking the mountain gate, this gets in the way, and I hate that.
Or else just quit your game if you can't find it.
Now, what this kid said, it really highlights how bad the problem is. If the only thing you can do in this game that you're playing with your friends is leave the game so you can escape a modder, nobody's gonna want to play the game anymore. I've recently found myself falling out of the game because every time I join a server, I'm moved somewhere. Like, without any prior warning or any, like, asking or anything. I'm moved. and I can't report the guy for doing it because we're moved away from him. So there's no way to actually report the problem or like vote kick or there's no alternative. The only thing you can really do is leave the game. So I guess this kid really does have a point.
That's the only chance. Well, someone said that once.
Mater, go all the way up there.
Mater,
Don't you dare!
guess what? Mater.
Mater, I'm just gonna leave by now, cause
Now, if you're wondering why I'm freaking out and trying to scramble through my menu, it's because I was trying to see if there's any way to report or leave the game from the watch, and well, there's not. There isn't one. No, I'm not sure why they didn't put like one of the most useful mechanics on one of the most like active devices in game. Everybody uses their watch for everything. I think I've even seen people be able to like no clip through walls while using their watch. It's pretty crazy shit. But if the watch is something we use all the time, I don't see why they wouldn't put some kind of emergency escape on it, or a way to report modders or hackers from the watch. It feels like it would make more sense to do it that way instead of aiming at somebody and then reporting them.
map. Huh, a moon buggy. I wanna go in the moon buggy. Let me in the moon buggy, okay? Please put me in the moon buggy. Mom, please let me down. Please come down.
Let you guys go.
Oh, we were so lucky. God gave us his mercy that day, and we looked up at him and a single tear fell from our eyes. We were glad that we were blessed and forgiven for all of our sins that day, that God was so willing to agree with us and let us go out of the circle of flesh. Now, in all seriousness, I found what this guy did kind of repulsive, and also, like, in all honesty, I don't like modders. I just feel like if you even spent a single dollar on something that's made to make everybody else's lives miserable and suck dick, then you probably shouldn't be on a game with other people at all. In fact, I don't even think you should have any, like, right to play multiplayer games with other people. I think you should just be shut in and play, like, Breath of the Wild or Animal Crossing or something. Without online multiplayer, of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna let me drive this.
Now, don't mind me trying to be a vigilante over here, some kind of modern day Batman for Animal Company. That's not what I'm trying to do. It was just a simple report. My dumbass just decided, hey, I'm gonna point at this guy instead of actually reporting him, even though I was trying to do that shit earlier. So, sorry for that. But I did want to point out this guy's username, so I could probably send it to somebody, see if they can do something about it. But what I want to point out here is that most modders in Animal Company do have like nonsense usernames. Like they're nothing burgers. It's like you slam your fist down on a keyboard and you get a more creative username. But it's a really good way to recognize the pattern. I actually tend to use it when I'm mining. I look at my watch and see if there's anybody with even like the slightest hint of fucking nonsense in their name, and then I leave the server instantly.
I don't want to watch it. Give me that.
No, this part cracked me up because I was watching this in post and it looked like I accidentally terminated the guy or something. That's not what I just did. The timing was just really perfect on it. So the guy left on his own whim, or I guess his Oculus died or his VR crashed. I don't know what happened, but he just left. I didn't ban the guy or anything. I didn't use my magic fingers. I'm not him. Alright, so this next clip is a short one. Sorry for the constant pausing and everything, but I really do want to mark down all the details for this. So this next clip is showcasing like straight bad modding, like not like the kind of stuff where you get spun around in circles. You no more of that baby bullshit. You're going into the salty spittoon now. We're gonna turn the fucking mom into a wow with this one. Now, what you're witnessing here is something I like to call artifact snapshotting. It's basically where you get like super laggy and this sound plays every time a frame loads. So it's basically like you're taking a picture of every single frame of the game you're playing. Now, do I think this name is good? Oh, absolutely. I'm like a creative genius. They call me Einstein. Now, I do want to point out, I'm not trying to ease up on this problem. This is the peak of how bad it truly gets. This is like headset cancer. There is nothing you can do about this either. The only thing you can actually do is leave the game, and even then it takes a long ass time for your game to close. You would have to turn your Oculus off for it to like actually stop. So what you're seeing here is a classic blunder made by the modder where when he does the crash, his name gets displayed on this little white board. This little white board is something that pops up when you press the little red button at the end of the game's secret credits or whatever the shit. If you don't know what it is, then just grab a mountain key and go fucking sledding. I don't know. Whatever it is you guys do. But this is half of his name right here, and I don't know why they do it on purpose, but they just decide, hey, I'm gonna display my name for everybody to see, even though I'm making everybody's life a nightmare. Now, I do want to finish this off by saying I feel like Rooster Games knows that this is a problem that's happening, and they're not really doing much to counteract it. I've seen a few suggestions from people before, but they don't listen to the people that don't work for them. I'm just hoping that one day they're able to, like, look at this and say, wow, this really is ruining our game. Anyways, that's about all I have for you guys today. See ya.